Here's what we're going to do. We're going to watch this video right here. This is the developer snapshot. And then we'll go to the patch notes and then we'll review the new champions in Patch of Champions. Here we go.
Hey there. I'm Eric Shen, aka Riot Shen 1138, executive producer for Legends of Runeterra.
And I'm Tyler Morgan, also known as Riot Dirtle.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's time.
Designer for Legends of Runeterra.
Today we're doing the first of our series of dev snapshots, which we plan on doing
Shirima
every few
Unicorn.
months to make sure our community feels heard and informed.
Today's Tuesday.
I love that they're
May
doing
28th,
this.
So anything that happens after this.
I also, just really fast, the fact that they're doing this is huge. And low-key, this setup feels like how Riot Brightmoon and Meddler used to do it for their league updates. And this is such a big deal. Every couple of months, we can expect to see updates on what we're about to see.
Won't be covered
Huge.
here 'cause we
Very,
can't
very,
predict
very
the
good.
future.
Now let's talk about the lore button in the League client.
Okay.
It went out on May 15th, and we saw initial positive growth on that day. And then since then, it's settled into a healthy, sustained amount of new players, as well as bringing back many players who had fallen off playing lore. Now, however, we never expected the button to be transformational to our game's trajectory, with the Oceania test that we ran late last year giving us good guidance on expectations. The wider deployment has performed well, living up to those expectations.
Nikki boy, thank you for the raid.
To do.
Welcome, everybody.
Constellations was released on May 22nd.
Welcome,
We're
welcome.
really happy with your response. We're digesting all the
Ganged by
feedback
Nikki boy.
you've given us. Now, first,
Hope you had a
on
good
the
stream.
positive side, we're excited by the player reception, as evidenced by the huge increase in game hours that you
Thank
all
you.
have put into the game. And that's really exciting because it's
I haven't
coming
seen his
off
powers
the
yet.
excitement of the Dreamlit Paths expansion. So first, a lot of people with Dreamlit Paths, and then even more hours with Constellations. We're also
Even
really
more
grateful
hours.
for the support you've shown this team by wading through and picking up those release date bundles. Now we'll continue to iterate and improve both on our event quests and these bundle offerings. But your participation with the release of the Constellations feature gives us confidence that we've made a first good.
Okay, so I quickly want to say that I made a tweet a couple of days ago that had like all my the wish list, so to say, for the quality of life updates for Patch of Champions. I'm happy to announce that there will probably be a dev interview either later this week or next week where I can ask most, if not all of those questions, as well as anything else. So any answers you're looking for regarding Path, I hope I can ask them there, as well as, of course, where the hell is Fiddlesticks?
Tier 1 sub to their waste context.
We've
Yo,
also
laddie.
heard you, though, about improvements we can make to the system, especially the clarity of these systems. Now, we know we introduced a lot of new features, mechanics, and currencies. Now, we know you have concerns about the time and effort it takes to earn some of these resources.
Yeah.
Especially the region-based star crystals and nova crystals.
Yeah.
Now, while we don't have current plans to make large adjustments to the region-based aspect of the system, we are going to implement ways for you to target the regions you most want.
That helps.
As well as ensure you have clear ways to earn healthy amounts of star crystals overall. You'll see us release these in the latter half of the year. In addition, we're also looking to improve the champion roster page. We know that
Thank
right
God.
now,
That was one of the
experience
things
can
I
add
had.
a little more confusion than clarity. Now, this is on our radar.
It's a mess.
And we're
It's really
working to
bad.
implement a better way to present that information.
Can I also just say that with any of those questions that I had in the tweet, I'll really quickly pull it up just for context. This is the tweet I made. So just like, it's kind of like just, you know, dumping stuff on Twitter. It's like, hey, here's some thoughts. This is everything I had, like faster animations, better sorting system, better resource distribution. A lot of these questions have already been answered. I'm worried that a lot of the answers we're going to get when the interview happens, or if I do actually get answers from the devs, it's just going to be, it's on our radar. So I hope there's more than that. That's all I can say, and I'll be pushing for that as well. No hate, by the way. They're doing a great job. Unironically, they're doing a very, very good job. The Constellations is huge.
Are out. We're looking at giving you a pretty steady content cadence of bringing new content to Path, as well as giving existing champions constellations. The first of those is going to be Yasuo. After that, we're going to be bringing Pyke back, giving him a constellation, as well as giving a small update to star powers as well.
He made it.
This was coming.
5.6 will also
I'm excited about that.
Swain to Path of Champions.
Okay, there's Swain, yeah.
As a champion with a constellation, as well as a boss. We're taking Swain out of Vi's story adventure, buffing up all of his powers and encounters, and adding him to the world map for every
Wait, what does that mean?
champion with a constellation, as well as
a boss?
We're taking Swain out of Vi's story.
What does this mean? We're taking Swain out of By Story Adventure. Does that mean they're... What is a buy story adventure?
Adventure, buffing.
Oh, he's Vi's 2-star adventure? Is that what they mean? Oh, I see. Okay, that's... I'm glad they're doing that. What star? I'm pretty sure Aurelion Sol is 4-star, right? And Lissandra's 5? So Swain is now also a 5-star adventure? This is really, really good that they're doing this. This is huge. If we get something like this every 1 or 2 months, Path of Champions is the future. I just want to say that right now. I really want Ascension levels. For the people that are unfamiliar with what Ascension levels means from Slay the Spire, is basically different levels of difficulty for the same adventure. So you can have Ascension 1 on Lysandra, Ascension 2 on Lysandra, which is like an extra modifier. Ascension 3 is another extra modifier, as well as the ones that came before that. So it's like a real way to push yourself with how far you can go with your Constellation champions. But if they just add like 5-star adventures that aren't as frustrating as Lysandra, that's a really, really, really big deal, because I find myself right now, most of the time, just going to see if I can beat Aurelion Sol, because it's more fun. You get more powers. Aurelion Sol can still get pretty ridiculous, whereas Lysandra feels more like a gatekeeper.
Up all of his powers and encounters and adding him to the world map for everyone to fight. So Swain is our first shot at a hard mode of an adventure, taking an existing adventure, increasing the difficulty, and making it something that everyone can play against in order to give you all more content that can stand up to your new 6-star champions. In addition to this, we're
great.
also
This is what we
planning to
needed.
expand
100%.
weekly adventures, adding new difficulties of them that will be a better match for your Constellation champions, as well as...
Okay, could you imagine, chat? Like, the new bundles in Path of Champions made so much money that they're like, hey, we could just hire a new person to constantly work on these adventures for us, giving us, like, new ones every month. Bro, it'd be so sick, man. You never have to stop playing. It's like, why play PvP at that point? You can just play against new bosses. And not get frustrated.
Rewards like star crystals. On the PvP front, we're still tracking champion win rates and have some plans for nerfs to several of Elder Dragon's best friends, as well as some buffs to spirit cards that didn't perform as well as we
PvP.
hoped. On top of that, Elder Dragon will be rotating during our August 1st rate.
Okay, so... I read about this when I was having dinner and I spit out my food. Elder Dragon is getting rotated on August 1st. Bro wasn't even here for a full year and he's already gone. Now, I want to say that Elder Dragon Volibear is a base deck. I think even Elder Dragon Shyvana has a lot of redeeming qualities. And as a champion concept, Eddie is great. But as far as meta impact goes, it is an abomination, and I am very happy to see that there actually is a way to stop him, and it's by flipping him upside down and rotating him. Goodbye! He's probably not getting rotated back either. That is a problematic design if I've ever seen one.
Rotation. So we'll have additional updates led by Paolo, another game designer on our team, to provide additional context on PvP. That's all for now.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you all
when are we
in the
getting
next
that?
Dev Snapshot.
Wait, who's Paulo? We'll have additional updates led by Paulo. When can we expect this? So we're gonna go over the patch notes now, and then we're gonna review Yasuo and Swain new constellations. All right, here we go. This patch, Yasuo gets a full constellation of powers plus... I don't know if I'm gonna be able to read this. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna skip the intro. You guys can go to this link yourself. I'm just gonna go over the important stuff, okay? World map, new adventure in Noxus. We've identified a number of existing handcrafted champion-specific campaign adventures, which players likely only play a single time that we can zuzz. They're making that up. That's not a word. Zuzz up and promote to new world adventures. Swain from Vi. I love that they're doing this. This is so good. Will be the first of those to be promoted. So far, we have proven that we can do this quite rapidly. Yo, which bodies well for releasing many adventures alongside the full-fledged hard mode feature in a later patch. A full-fledged hard mode feature. Oh my god. Zhush. Time that we can zhush up. Yeah, that's also made up. I don't believe you. Swain World Adventure. Rewards in order. 40 Swain fragments, 1,000 Stardust, 1 Platinum Vault, 1,000 Stardust, 1 Noxus Gold Star Vessel. Sweet. I prefer the Platinum Star Vessels, but I'll take it. Fair warning that this adventure will be a challenge, so come prepared, or not, if you're the type of foe who prefers cereal without any milk. This is also an experiment to see if we can feasibly upcycle old story adventures that were only played once into novel world adventures. This is really good that they're doing this. We're looking forward to hearing your feedback. Yeah, awesome. Really, really, really awesome. Oh, this is okay. This is the Swain stuff. Okay, hold on. Let me look quick. Okay, this is Yasuo. Okay, we'll do PvP first. Yeah, there's okay. PvP first. Let's go. Shout out to the LOR report. Here we go. Balance changes. Horned Swarm Caller, 7 mana. Very good start. This was just like a reverse win con for Elder Dragon, where they don't win the game directly from this card, but they just stop you from winning. This is good. It raised Fire Spitter from 6/4 to 5/3. Bro, this card was an 8/4. This released as an 8/4. And now it's a 5/3. Ancient Yeti from 7 to... Oh, thank God, man. I hate this card. I'm really worried that LOR devs were watching this stream and they heard me complain about this card over and over. I hate Ancient Yeti so much. I just want to go on a rant again right here. I hate this card so much. It is unbelievable. You will have these cringe-ass Nora Elder Dragon decks play this for 2 mana, or just play it on turn 5 and have like a 6/5 overwhelmed tough card. It's like, yeah, okay, if I wasn't winning already because I'm playing a broken deck, here's this card. They should have made it, honestly, they should have made it 12 mana. 2 mana is a lot. And combined with all these nerfs, that will hopefully be enough to stop it. Okay, but there's more. Dragon Ambush from 5 to 6, also very, very, very nice. This was the other problematic card. The problematic cards that I identified on stream while playing against these decks were obviously Elder Dragon and his package, Hecarim, and the card I wanted to see nerf for Hecarim was Dragon Ambush and Soul Shepherd, but mostly Dragon Ambush. And the third card was maybe Wingsgiving. Because what I think will happen is if all the dust settles, Wingsgiving might be a little bit too good, but we'll see. So, Abram Mageseeker just gets Spirit now. It goes from 2/3 to 1/3 plus Spirit. So this is not really a change in stats, but now it synergizes better with the rest of the deck. So this is fine. It's a lot better. I actually think this card is low-key like pretty good. But here's the thing, right? If Elder Dragon gets nerfed hard enough, we're gonna see a lot of Vex Lux, I think. Is this card good enough to play in Vex Lux? Probably not. Probably not. It's good with Wingsgiving, sure, but you don't need this change for that. That doesn't matter. It hasn't been changed for Wingsgiving because you don't transfer the Spirit over. Okay, and then we have Sprite Mother going from 2/1 to 2/2. I like that they're doing this because Lilia has been a little bit weak, so making her like core build around card for the sleeping a little bit better is good. Again, I don't think these two will matter. Okay. Okay, no, Lilia's broken. Okay, Lilia's is broken. Not because of this, but because of this. Sprite Dance goes from 3 to 2 mana. Heart of the Tree is 6 mana. Oh my god. No, this is... Actually, I'm going to be playing Lilia, guys. I'm going to be playing Lilia. Heard it here first. We are going into the Eternal season, though, when the patch comes out. So, will this be good enough to compete in Eternal? Probably not, honestly, but this card is nuts now for Lilia decks. I think Sprite Dance will actually enable these decks. This is what the deck needed. Like, one good protective card that just, like, transfers your stats over to another card is huge. It will actually... There will be a fair amount of Lilia, I think, but this is good for Standard. I don't know if it's good for Eternal. Especially a card like Heart of the Tree. This just can't survive, man, in the Eternal meta. Cards like Aftershock are available there. Everybody's playing Explorers already. But Sprite Dance plus maybe Sprite Mother. I don't think Sprite Mother will be Lilia's best deck, but this will be played in every Lilia deck now. 100%. Because what this becomes is, if you have 2 allies on the board, you recall 1 to safety, you can get the summon effect again, because as Lilia, you're already playing summon effects, and you're giving the stats to the second unit on board. This becomes like a troll chant, almost, right? Becomes a troll chant, where you're debuffing something and buffing yourself, but in this scenario, you're like putting one of your allies to safety and giving the other one stats to win combat that way, or just go for lethal. This is good. This is very good. To be fair, the Elder deck nerfs are mostly Elder, because Elder balances the most. I can still see good old Elder. Yeah, I think Elder Shyvana will still be very good. I don't think Elder Shyvana is really hit that much by this. Elder Shyvana would run like 1 or 2 Enraged Fire Spitters, and they would run 1 or 2 Horned Swarm Callers as well. But they still have their Cloud Drake. They still have their Aladdis. So, I mean, I think that's fine, you know? What I think should have happened is Morgana should have also gotten a nerf, probably. Elder Volley is still good too. Yeah, no, I'm gonna be honest. The best part about this is that Elder Dragon is getting rotated. That's the takeaway here. This will make it a little weaker, meaning that your meme decks have a better chance of competing with this stuff. But at the same time, there will still be Elder Dragon concepts, decks that will be strong enough to compete for sure. But yeah, you know, look forward to August 1st. Okay, and now we are going to review Swain and Yasuo. We're going to start with Swain, who is entirely new. Finally, an answer to the question we've all been asking. If Swain fought Swain, who would win? Yeah, Flock. Yeah, Flock's kind of broken. The Noxian Grand General joins the roster with a full constellation focused on damage, spell/skills. The more damage he's dealt to his opponents, the stronger his spells and skills become. Okay. Your first spell or skill each round deals 1 extra damage for each 5 health the enemy nexus is missing. Okay. That's kind of bad. I mean, there's got to be synergy for this because this isn't very good. I mean, it also depends on the starting deck, I guess. How is it bad? You need to, like, how does this help you get on board? It fully depends on, like, okay, this is his 1-star power. So, out of context, I haven't seen the rest. I have not seen the rest. One time, you deal extra damage, but before that, you need to deal 5 or more damage. So, can his starting deck do that? Is it good enough for that? If it's not, what does this do for you, like, at all? This is pretty bad. It's only one time, too. Yeah, it is kind of win more, but it's mostly just like, this isn't active. Okay, okay, so 2-star power. Collateral damage. Oh, so far they have the Swain statue and the Swain with the Noxus icon behind him. Okay. When a unit dies, deal 1 to the enemy nexus. Okay, see, that's some of the synergy coming in. Okay, is this like a 2-sided Phantom Prankster? Yeah, I think most 1-star powers are just like, hey, here's something that's kind of nice. But this is like a nothing. This helps though. So it's a 2-sided Phantom Prankster. This is good because Swain decks usually rely on killing units. Noxian Fervor kills your unit, kills the enemy unit. There's a 3-mana 5/1. Deal 3 to your unit, deal 3 to an enemy unit. Even like stuff like Demolitionist, the anime girl, deal 1 to something to deal 2 to the enemy nexus. That's also like a kill your own unit, you know? Okay, that definitely helps you get here faster. I think it's a bit of a little bit of a strange power. I don't really like see Swain as a kill your own unit type of champion, but it actually makes a surprising amount of sense. Because to me, Noxian Fervor is just like, I use this to deny lifesteal or to just deal 3 to my opponent's nexus, right? But this is pretty interesting. I actually, I kind of like that. Helps enable this. It is really slow, yeah. Your first 3 spells or skills each round deal 1 extra damage for each 5 health the enemy nexus is missing. So instead of only once, it now does it 3 times. That's honestly, that's pretty good. It's kind of, I still find it strange because his deck will have to play like super aggressively, but he's kind of like a control champion. He's like an aggressive control champion. Slow burn, if you will. Okay, the thing is, I really want to make sure that I can like review this as 3-star because not a lot of people are going to get the 6-star, I think. So it's strictly, I don't know if it's strictly worse. Like, what is Annie? It's like, Annie is like, deal 3 extra damage? 2 extra damage? Plus 4. Okay, that's more than I thought. The thing is, it's not strictly worse. Not strictly, because if you're playing against Lysandra and you get her down to 50 health, your stuff deals 10 extra damage. Yeah, he doesn't buff his own burn. Okay, here's what I'm gonna say. Depending on the starting deck, this is obviously potentially really good if Swain can play aggressively in the early game to activate Crush the Weak. But even more importantly than that, and I'm gonna have to open YouTube for this one, even more importantly than that,
by my hand will Noxus rise.
Will his abilities
I will break them.
have this. Here it comes. Will that be the effect? Will that be the visual effect whenever he deals damage? Whenever an ally dies, am I gonna see this effect when it deals damage to the opponent? That will add a lot of time to animations, but if it's seamless, if it just like happens and the other stuff just goes through, please give me this. If this is not a time waster, it needs to be seamless, guys. It needs to be seamless. That is the only thing. If this just happens and the rest of life just goes on, it is so sick, man. It's so freaking cool if that happens. Like, okay, listen. Let's say that this thing flies towards the Nexus, but Swain just keeps attacking. There's no pause here. See, they like pause here on the board to watch the effect goes on. What if that doesn't happen? What if just like life goes on, battle goes on? I would love that. Unironically, it'd be so good. Okay, we move on. 4-star power raiding party. When you damage the enemy Nexus, grant the top ally in your deck +1/+1. Yeah, that's good. That's really good. Because if you have a big turn and it lands on Swain, you have like a huge overwhelm. Yeah, it is quite good. I think this is probably like the best thing you could ask. What I'm happy that they're doing with these 4-star power upgrades is that it is like, it's not always the most powerful thing, right? But it is just like so tied in what the deck is already doing. Sometimes it's crush, you know, and then that's like, okay, now my deck feels so much better to play. But sometimes it's just like raiding party because it synergizes perfectly. I'm very happy with that. Yeah, all the 4-stars are genetic powers that fits. But I'm going to be honest, like Lilia, I recently started playing Lilia in Path. And I think she's one of my favorite champions now. But it's because of Constellations. Because Constellations gave her crush to actually win games. And it made the Dreamlight and Bow burst. And it's like, oh, okay, now my games are like twice as fast. And I can actually do infinitely more shenanigans. It's honestly like, if you're playing Lilia, please get those upgrades. Get Crush and get the burst speed on Dreamlight and Bow. I guarantee it will enhance your experience tenfold. Okay, 5 stars, get a mana gem, okay? Legendary power, here we go. When you damage an enemy with a spell or skill, deal the same amount to all other enemies as well? With a spell, oh my god. Wait. Damage an enemy. Does that include Nexus? Is that Nexus? I'm kind of lost on my terminology. It's not Nexus? It's not? Okay. No Nexus. Okay. It's still huge. So the synergy with Crush the Weak is kind of like ridiculous. Oh my god, Riptide Battery is a board clear? Bro. Yeah, oh my god, like because this makes them more powerful. You use Grand General's counterplay, right? And then you get a flock every turn. And then your flock does like 10 damage to one unit, and then it's like a Sky's Descent for a 1-mana flock card. That's kind of good, guys. That's kind of good. Only the first 3? Trust me, that's all you need. Here, like the play pattern for Swain is going to be really interesting, I think, because this is what it reads like. Turn 1, 2, 3. You are insanely aggressive to get your opponent as low as possible. And then once the opponent starts stabilizing, like they played a bigger deuce, like Aurelion Soul does, suddenly you have like this, because you dealt like 20 damage, everything does 4 more. And then you have Demonic Ascension to just nuke when they're finally able to stabilize. It sounds like a really fun way to play, actually. Yeah, I think it's Gatebreaker plus Riptide Battery, yeah. Okay, I think this is actually like, this is very, very powerful. If we're like rating how necessary the 6-star is, I think for Swain, it would actually be reasonably high. Because I don't think this is extremely powerful. Like, I think it's good, but I don't think it's insane at all. If Swain was just 3-star, he would probably be middle of the pack. I'm saying that without knowing his starting deck, so I think he would be middle of the pack. With this, he would be top of the pack. If like what we have Darius, we have Samira. I think that those are the only 2 Noxes that have a constellation, right? I think Swain is easily better than both of them, easily. So if you're looking to use your stuff, your Noxus star fragments, I would say use them here. I would have to say use them on Swain. Hand of Noxus, yeah. Oh, there's also no Mordekaiser. Does Mordekaiser have constellation? I don't think he does, right? No. Yeah, it's Samira and Darius, right? That's it? Yeah. Here's my professional opinion. I think you're going to have the most bang for your buck with Swain. He also seems easily the most fun to use. And, you know, out of all those level ups, I know Samira is kind of like new age, and Darius is like old school. Swain has one of the best level ups in the entire game. It's gotta be Swain. Save those star fragments. Okay, Yasuo. The lack of atmosphere in space can't stop our windy boy. But there is no wind in space. Yeah, what the hell? Yasuo heats to the stars with a 6-star Typhoon. Okay, hold on. Yeah, hold on there. Let me get to that myself real fast. Dragon's Rage. When you summon an ally granted Fury, it is a dragon. Hell yeah, I knew this was gonna be it. As soon as I saw the Twitter post with Yasuo, I was like, it's gonna be Dragon's Rage. Fury on Yasuo is hilarious because he strikes stuff every time something gets stunned. So he gives himself +1/+1. Now, you guys might not remember. You might never have been able to live the dream, but one of the best things you could do when Targon released was play a dragon deck, finally have that new Fury keyword, which at the time was very new, and then you would Judgment your thing on the left, kill the entire enemy board, and Fury procking would literally make your card go like skyward because it kept procking, and you would have like this dragon roar, and it would proc 6 times, just going higher. It was like your card was elevating. Yasuo is gonna do that too now. Yasuo is gonna fly. Dragon's Rage is gonna make Yasuo fly. I'm sure people have already put Fury on Yasuo at least once and they've seen it, but it is very cool that you just get it default now. Okay, 5-star, get a mana gem, sure. 6-star power, Typhoon. I love that name. That's such a cool word, Typhoon. Round end, recall stunned enemies. Oh, and that's it. Recall stunned enemies. So he strikes twice now. Yeah, here's the thing. This is very good. But Yasuo really doesn't need this. You just remove... No, it's good. It is good. Here's why it's good. You are not playing as real opponents. That's a good thing because this would be very frustrating, obviously. I would rip out all my hair. But the AI is going to lose their shit when they realize they have to play the same units again. Like, I guarantee you, if you're playing as Lissandra and you recall their Thrall, they're not going to bury the Yasou. They're just going to play their 8-mana Thrall because they're stupid. Like, that's all it is. It's just that this messes with AI so much. It's good, but... man, Yasuo's a fan favorite, and if there's any new people playing Runeterra, they see like Lux, they see Yasuo, they see Misfortune, and for Lux and Misfortune, I could kind of say like, yeah, sure, use your star fragments on that. But then, you know, the other one, Yasuo, as well as Jinx even, I wouldn't upgrade them. I wouldn't get them to 6-star. Maybe it's cool, but like, if you're gonna use your Ionia star fragments, play triple Guardian Orb Lilia and get her 6-star power to go even more galactic. I'm not feeling this one. Again, I think it's good. It's just highly unnecessary. You kind of have to do like, you know, cost versus what you're actually getting. If I'm out, you know, going about my business at like a shopping mall or something, and usually like when you enter, you have like these cheap ass like hot dog stands, and it's like, you know, it's like $1 for a hot dog. But then if you go to like a little deeper into the mall, you get like a little better, like higher class restaurants, and they'll sell you a hot dog for like $10, right? It's better quality, but at the end of the day, I'm still gonna have diarrhea. So I might as well get the $1 one. Why would I spend extra money on the more expensive hot dog? I'd rather spend that $9 on something else. And it's the same with Yasuo. Just get him to 3-star and then use your other star fragments on like, I don't know, use your other star fragment, like I said, on Lilia or something. That's honestly how I feel about this. Just don't waste your money on this. That's all I'm saying. Okay, where can I see what this does? Okay, they have another bundle. I will be whaling again, of course. There's €1 hot. Have you ever been to IKEA? Yeah, of course. That's like their whole thing, isn't it? Is it? Maybe it's like 150 or something. Swain's Raven Army. Power, game start, drain 5 from the enemy nexus. Play if I'm Swain. Refill your spell mana. That's pretty interesting. So this activates his 3-star power immediately. You heal for 5 extra at the start of every round. He is +5 in his level up. And when you play Swain, you refill your spell mana. So I think this is pretty good. I think this is very good. No, it's good. But it looks really boring, but I think it's very good. This is not very like transformative, but I think it is like it's I think it's good, and I think this is absolutely what you play if you're Swain. No, it's good. Very mid. I don't think it's mid. I think this is worth an epic slot. Fancy arc. I don't even think it's fancy archangels. No. There's like multiple benefits you get from this. Like I said, Swain levels faster. You heal yourself. It's an extra +5 health. Like if you're not 6-star with Swain, it's like, wait, hold on, wait. Drain 5 from the enemy nexus. It's game start. Not so good. Yeah, I honestly don't think Swain's gonna take that much damage, but there's no like Swain is Noxus, you know, there's no lifesteal, there's no healing. Yeah, it's actually 3 relics in 1. I think that's a good way of putting it. Yeah. It's Heal Your Nexus 5, it's Archangels, and it's Lost Chapter actually. It's Lost Chapter. I will buy, but I will rarely use. I think you always put this on Swain, 100%. This is just a Swain relic. Wait, what is this? Wait, is this new too? Wait, leaks? It's leaked! If I'm Yasuo, +1 starting mana. Power when you recall an enemy increases cost by 2. Yeah, this is just stupid, man. This is ridiculous. I stand by the hot dog. This is still the hot dog. This is still the $10 hot dog. It is. How do you get this? Is there a bundle for this? Did I miss it? Ionia and Riot, come on. Emporium can now be okay. That's nice. Ionia and Noxus Nova Crystal bundles can now be purchased too because they're adding a Noxus and Ionia champion. Okay, man. We'll take your money again. Okay, interesting. No, I mean that's really good though. Is Seraphine? So I hate saying this because I'm #1 Seraphine hater, but I'm pretty excited for it to get added to Path of Champions because I think there's potential for a lot of shenanigans and a really fun way to play. No, the fact they're making like I'm glad like. You can clearly see that there's big improvements to the game, and it started with those bundles. I think it's a very good thing. Like, I know it's lame to say, but like, just buy them later or wait until these relics go into the Emporium to buy them. I'm very happy that they're giving incentives to spend money and you're getting actual stuff for it. No, so in my opinion, this is good. And if you're playing Swain, this will not be like your relic that you equip and you're like, no, I can't lose anymore. But it is going to be the relic you equip that adds like a ton of consistency to the way you play. Activating his star powers immediately, healing your Nexus 5, refilling spell mana so you can use Fervor when he comes down. I think it's all good. So smaller bundle would be nice. Yeah, I agree. I hope champion-specific relics like Swains and Norse aren't in the... Of course they are. They're relics. The only way to get relics, the only way to get epic relics are from the Golden Reliquary. Yeah, plus level up. I think this is good. As well as I think this is also like really good. But it's weird that the power is when you recall an enemy because Yasuo's deck is mostly about stunts. I don't know how many recalls are actually like in Yasuo's starting deck. So the thing is like you play this if you're Yasuo because +1 starting mana. That's broken. +1 starting mana is insane. But this don't matter as much. Are there any new items? No. New powers? Probably like the Swain one somewhere in here. I don't think this has been updated. No. I think it's just the Yasuo leak that we haven't seen in the patch note, but that is actually here. Cool. So new Swain champ bundles. Celebration. This might be a pretty cheap one. 4-star and 5. Oh, this is probably the one with the relic then. And a 5-star Viego. Okay, guys, I'm gonna be honest. They should have done this when the quest for Viego was still active. Is it still active?
Star Guardian here.
This is actually
Why did Fiddlesticks get promoted?
This is a really smart thing to do. Yo, Legend, thank you for the 35 months. Why did Fiddlesticks get promoted? Why did he get promoted? Because he was outstanding in his field? You can take that sub back. What the hell, man? Come on, bro. Alright, I mean, you know, if you're a beginner and you're struggling with Viego, hey, now you can spend money to complete the adventure. Okay, fix an issue where AI had trouble evaluating various keywords. I think I was pretty happy with that. I laughed, why didn't you? Because I'm outstanding in my field and you're not, I guess. Also, when I laugh, I have to cough, so I try to avoid it. Do you think Lilia decks will be able to compete with meta after Elder and Hecarim nerf? I think so, because I think the 2-mana recall is just going to be insane. Yeah, I think so. Okay, here's the thing, right? The only Elder Dragon decks that are going to remain are stuff like Shyvana Elder Dragon, and they're like stat sticks. They're just like, I need to be a little bit bigger than you on board, and then I'm gonna beat you. And Lilia's really good at just like outstatting them and scaling harder. So it kind of depends on who can do it faster. And I think with the recall, you have a little more like a fallback, I guess, to make that happen. Any elites didn't get hit. Yeah, that's awful. That's just terrible. I heard Elder Dragon got removed. August 1st is getting rotated.
Patch notes? How were they?
Low, I think we're at 22 months. Yeah, I think patch notes are good. I don't think this fixes everything. I think this fixes far from everything, but here's the thing. Eternal Season, and then when Eternal Season is over and we go back to Standard, Elder Dragon's gone. I think we're good to go. I'm going to have a lot of fun on Thursday when the patch goes live. It will not go live on Wednesday, but on Thursday. On Thursday, we're probably going to start with some PvP. I also received a package in the PO box that I'm going to be opening on Thursday. I'm going to open the package on Thursday. Lady just came over to tell me to open it, but I'm going to do it now? Okay, it's your package. Do you want me to do it now? Okay, I'll do it now. I'll do it now, sure. The thing is, I would have put this in front of like a gameplay video, you know, and everybody would be exposed to it, but here you go. Here we go, all right? I have no idea what this is. This is from Solly's Crown and Shadoka. I think it's from Shadoka, but Solly's Crown has a hand in it. I have a PO box if you want to send me stuff. Here we go. What is package for? They just sent me something. I picked it up today. What the hell is this? This looks kind of cute. Make ship? Okay. There's something aside. I'm trying to keep it in the camera. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna pull it out, okay? Is this a pipe bomb? They sent me a pipe bomb, bro. It's a pipe bomb plushie. They sent me an actual bomb. Why is it making a ticking noise? It's the for the zillion in me. Wait, that's actually kind of awesome. Yeah, you finally got to send me the pipe bomb. Thank you guys. No, I will put it right here. How's that? It will actually help the cuff by just eliminating it entirely, as well as me. Thank you, Shadoka. Thank you, Solly's Crown. I like how, like, Solly's Crown told me, like, yeah, make sure to show it to Lady too. It's for the both of you. So I'm like, oh, did they actually send us something nice? No, it's just a goddamn pipe bomb that's for both of us. You're a rat, dude.